Dear managers, dear students, dear professors, welcome to University of Pavia and welcome to this afternoon dedicated to the path named Lauree Magistrali Plus. I'm thinking about students, master students, that today will learn about possible stages to be performed in companies, and they can select what they feel being more close to their willings and maybe more tailored to their future ambitions. But I'm also thinking about students of the bachelor, the first educational level, that are approaching the end, and they're already thinking about what can be their future still at university through a master education. Now, we have started with Lauree Magistrali Plus a few years ago, and this path is intended to integrate the university education together with culture and technologies coming from companies. And this is done through an experience that students can have in companies, and this is something very similar to what they will do with a job. Now, what University of Pavia is doing at master level is a high quality teaching, and at the meantime, combining research insight together with innovation coming from, in general, society and companies. Today, more than 80 companies have agreed to participate to Lauree Magistrali Plus, and they are very happy about the student quality, and at the same time, students are appreciating the possibility of an experiencing company while they are still students at our university. A very high percentage of students through Lauree Plus obtain a job, have a job proposal still already a few weeks after their graduation. Now, our university is strong in research, both fundamental research and applied research. Even in this emergency, what we have seen has been a very well research performance of our university, and I'm not referring only to the biomedical sector, but more to several disciplines. Something which is useful to highlight is that Lauree Magistrali Plus is not intended only for few disciplines, but covers a wide spectrum, goes from literature, philosophy, to engineering, economics, biotech. So everyone can find his path through Lauree Magistrali Plus. In my Rector 6 years appointment, I'm also thinking about initiatives to increase the possibility of companies in the Pavia area. This is both in order to improve the industrial presence in Pavia, but also to link more and more companies to our research groups. The benefit would be evident in terms of research contacts, but also for the students in terms of stages and job possibilities in the future. In this same idea, our PhD school is more and more looking at innovation with companies, agreements with companies, and so I think this is a really attractive third level of education that students can have here in Pavia. Now, what we decided a few months ago was dedicating more funds, more grant funds for PhD positions. So we have increased this position by 10% starting from next academic year. I really hope that also companies will follow us and will propose more grants for PhD position as well. Now, before listening to the welcome of Dr. Fabio Benasso, the CEO of Accenture in Italy, I really like to thank all the companies today in Pavia this afternoon, because there are many, and it is also very clear that this is a dramatic economic momentum. So really, thank you for being here today. And I also thank my colleague, the professor of University of Pavia, that are really doing a big effort in order to make Lauree Magistrali Plus a success. So I hope for our students a very useful afternoon, and I hope to see them in the Lauree Magistrali Plus path. And for bachelor students, I also hope to see them among our master students in the near future. So thank you and enjoy this afternoon. Thanks.
Good morning. First of all, let me thank you, Professor Svelto, Dean of Pavia University, for inviting me to the opening of such an important day. Good morning also to all of you. Congratulations to be here in such an important step of your educational journey, even more close to land in the business, in the research or professional environment. This world needs you. We need the strong talents, highly motivated, open to future changes, and future-oriented, who could be leading the transformation that our companies and our society need to face. We are living times of deep changes, and today we are experiencing radical transformation, both in the business world and in the personal life. Technology innovation has profoundly transformed the whole industries, removing historical barriers and giving access to untouched spaces. Technology innovation enabled business model disruption and still today is the basic enabler of the fifth industrial revolution that is ongoing. Global markets, global supply chains, trend in deep revision in order to redefine their interdependencies, which have been the ground elements of their development, and now in the COVID-19 times have shown their fragility. Understanding this rationale and better defining the evolution should represent an opportunity rather than a threat. Western countries' demographic trends are showing the rise of the average life, the slowdown of the birth rate and the reduction of working population. All these elements are requiring to redefine the GDP growth equation that will be focusing even more the talents on the value-led activities, looking for cost efficiency through automation in the repetitive ones. In this liquid context, human capital, competencies and talent are even more fundamental assets to win in the new normal that we need to face, and enterprises are continuing investing, valuing and developing as a strategic lever the enhanced company resilience and ability to transform and compete in challenging and volatile market. Keeping talent closer to the companies, improve dialogues with campuses to create future skill and future leaders, updating and innovating contents method according to what will be required in the foreseeable future is becoming the core of the increasing cooperation between enterprise and universities. My company, Accenture, strongly believes in this even more proactive and intense collaboration with high excellence education world. This is the reason why we are here today. Take seriously this opportunity. I'm sure that your takeout will be very positive and relevant, and this experience will be a good example of the long life learning that will be even a fundamental ingredient of your future professional life. Thanks and all the best.
Good afternoon. I'm Pietro Carretta, the Rector's Delegate for the Placement at the University of Pavia. And after the greetings of the Rector and the presentation by Dr. Benasso, I would like to give you some further information on the LM+ program and on the networking event that is going to take place this afternoon starting at 15:30. So, which is the aim of the LM+ program? The aim is to integrate a high-level education acquired by the students at the university with a working experience where the students may achieve those methodological approaches which are needed in the job after graduation. Through these approaches, they are going to be able to achieve those soft skills which are needed in a company, which are needed also in many other fields. For example, in interdisciplinary research involving many different areas, as for example, nowadays we see in the activities contrasting COVID-19. So in general, all these methodological approaches will provide some skills which will be useful in many areas after graduation. The program involves three main actors. The students that through this program are going to achieve a professional growth that will be relevant after graduation in their job. The University of Pavia that wants to further strengthen the collaboration with the companies, both for what concerns joint projects in research as well as joint projects in education. For example, for the development of master involving both university professors and employees of the companies, as well as in advanced level education, for example, at the PhD level. And finally, the companies, which are the place where this working experience is going to take place and who have a crucial role in the professional growth of the students. Professional growth that could be eventually exploited at the end of this period with a collaboration between the companies and the students. So the final aim of the program is actually to go beyond the 12 months experience that the students are going to make and to try to make a permanent link, well structured, between the universities, the companies, with at the center the students. Now, It is interesting to observe if this program is also developed not only in Italy, but also abroad. As regards Italy, the University of Pavia is so far the only university where such a program is present. Abroad, analogous of the LM+ program, the so-called co-op programs, are present in universities in Canada, United States, and in Australia. And it is interesting to observe that if we read what is written on the web page of, for example, the Northeastern University, we see that the aim of this program is not about finding a job, but it's about a high-level education. So this is the main aim of the LM+ program. It is also interesting to observe some data. If one looks at the site of Waterloo University, which is probably where these co-op programs are more developed, one learns that about 90% of the companies prefer to employ those who had a working experience during the university studies. Moreover, in 96% of the cases, the students found the skills they learned during this working experience useful for their job after graduation. And eventually, what one sees, which is quite relevant for the students, is that the employability of those who attended this working experience is about 10% higher than those who did not. Now, how does the LM+ program works? The LM+ program takes place within the university courses of the University of Pavia. At the end of the first semester of the second year, if it is a 2-year master course, or at the end of the first semester of the 5th year, in the case of pharmaceutical chemistry and technology, the student starts a 12-month working experience. During these 12 months, the student is followed by a tutor from the company as well as by a university professor who together follow the student during this working experience. Besides this, what is interesting is that the students will receive each month from 500 to 800 euro as a reimbursement for their expenses. Furthermore, the University of Pavia wants to promote working experiences abroad, which are possible either in companies or in research centers. Now, let us see which is the project timeline. Today, the 20th of May, it is the LM+ day where the networking event is going to take place. Then, from July until the end of September, the companies will start to publish the projects that will be followed by the student during the working experience on the websites of the departments. Starting from October, the calls and the applications of the students to the LM+ will take place. And in October, the selection of the students that will take place both based on the university curriculum as well as on an interview carried out together by representatives of companies and by university professor will take place. Eventually, in October, November of this year, the matching between the students and the companies will be done. This means that for each project of a company, there will be a student who will be assigned. And finally, beginning of next year, of 2021, this 12-month experience will start. Now, the LM+ program is at its 4th year. And throughout this year, we have seen a progressive growth of this program as regards the number of university courses involved as well as of the companies. Moreover, as I have pointed out before, we have seen also further internationalization of this program, with further companies abroad involved. Now, the university courses involved are 10. We have on the left the 7 courses which are present during the last 2 years, which are advanced biotechnology, chemistry, electronic engineering, mathematics, master in international business and entrepreneurship, philosophy, and physical sciences. And this year we have 3 more new courses. Pharmaceutical Chemistry and Technology, which is the first 5-year course, joining the LM Plus program, Natural Sciences, and Applied Geological Sciences. This growth in the number of university courses has come together with the increase in the number of partner companies. So far, we have more than 80 partners, which range from very big multinational companies to middle or small enterprises. What is interesting is that many of these companies are involved not just with one university course, but with several of them, which point out the need for different areas working together in a company. And these further promote the interdisciplinary approach and these soft skills which are needed to interact together and to make further progress, both for the company but also in general. Besides the companies, a relevant role is also played by other partners, as the Regione Lombardia, Asso Lombarda, Confindustria Pavia, Camera di Commercio di Pavia, and Federazione Nazionale dei Cavalieri del Lavoro. But then let us see some of the data of the first 3 years of the LM Plus program. During the first 3 years, those 7 university courses that you have seen on the left had about 840 students enrolled. Out of these 840, about 1/5 applied for the LM Plus program, and out of them, we had 110 students that were selected and that started the working experience in a company. And what is quite interesting is that throughout this year, the employability, which means the number or the percentage of students that were employed right after graduation, reached 85%. Now, let us listen to what the students think about the LM Plus program.
I chose LM Plus because I saw a unique and challenging opportunity to start a professional path that would allow me to apply and continue developing my skills and knowledge. Also, as an international student that wanted to stay in Italy after the master's, I saw it as a crucial step for me to start my professional career here.
This experience was very useful for me in order both to achieve a more practical insight about the job market and the work environment in general. Also in order to achieve more experiences that were very useful for me also to decide what to do next after university. And so this is why I would recommend it, and I am very happy about my experience.
I would absolutely recommend the LM Plus program because it allows you to immediately apply all your knowledge acquired during the masters, and it also gives you the opportunity to build a professional path that can lead you to graduate while already having a job that you like and that is well paid. And for me, in my experience, it was a winning choice. It was really satisfying from a professional and personal point of view.
After having listened to the students, let me give you some information about today's networking event. Starting from 15:30, we are going to have 10 parallel video conferences, each one for each of the 10 university courses. Advanced Biotechnology, Advanced Geological Sciences, Chemistry, Pharmaceutical Chemistry and Technology, Electronic Engineering, Mathematics, the Master in International Business and Entrepreneurship, Natural Sciences, Philosophy, and Physical Sciences. The aim of these video conferences is to make the networking activity to bring together the companies, the students, and the university professors to work together and to see the possible collaboration and the possible projects that can be the working experience of the students. In particular, the companies will show the activities the companies are carrying out and possibly if there are some projects where the students may involve during the 12 months. Each one of these video conferences will be hosted by one of the coordinators of the LM+ University courses. Those coordinators played a relevant role for making this program successful. And so I would like to thank them, starting from Ornella Pastoris for Advanced Biotechnology, Paolo Quadrelli for Chemistry, Simona Collina for Pharmaceutical Chemistry and Technology, Sabina Merlo for Electronic Engineering, Serena Feloy for Philosophy, Stefano De Nicolai for the MIBE, Master International Business and Entrepreneurship, Marco Liscidini for Physical Sciences, Stefano Gualandi for Mathematics, Solvetosi for Natural Sciences, Claudia Mesina and Maria Pia Riccardi for Applied Geological Sciences. And finally, let me thank the career service of the Corps, who made this event possible and who, during this year, took care of the administration of the LM+ program. In particular, Maura Settembre, Lisa Mangolini, and Stefania Mellera. Given the present situation, we had to make this networking event as a video conference. And so I should thank also the IDCD staff, in particular Claudio Sant'Agostini and Luca Galliano. Further information on the LM+ program is available at the website shown here.